Of the various lists ranking the top countries in the world to live in, Canada routinely ranks at the top of the list. One reason why is the country's so-called social net. In Canada, social services include a national health system, subsidized education, but also such things as training and education for adults to find work. There's also such things as unemployment insurance, as well as welfare for those people who need it, and funding for such things as this beautiful park here behind me. In this report, we look at Canada's social services offerings and talk to some of the people who benefit from it.
Canada accepts about 250,000 immigrants from all over the world each year, with many of them unable to speak English or French, the country's two official languages. Canada offers a variety of social service programs to get these newcomers quickly established so that they can prosper and be beneficial to the Canadian society as soon as possible.
Here in Vancouver, S.U.C.C.E.S.S is a social service provider that mainly works with new immigrants to Canada. Started in 1973, S.U.C.C.E.S.S gets about 70% of its funding from government at the federal, provincial, and civic levels. It provides such things as computer and language training, but also counseling and job fairs. It also raises money on its own and provides research, all with the purpose of getting these newcomers off to the best start here in their new country.
Kelly N is the acting chief operating officer for S.U.C.C.E.S.S. Originally from Hong Kong, he says S.U.C.C.E.S.S was initially founded to assist new Canadians of Chinese descent to overcome language and cultural barriers. The agency has now evolved to help people speaking in 15 different languages. As Un says, no matter where they come from, all newcomers need help when setting up in a new environment.
For all new immigrants, when they come here, the place is very foreign to them, and they need some information about the local system, how it operates, in terms of, say, even in terms of how to apply for health care, and in terms of the school system. And many immigrants, they neglect or ignore the fact that it's important to know about the education system, and so that some of them would run into trouble when it comes to the relationship with children. So they also need information about all other aspects in their daily life.
S.U.C.C.E.S.S has an annual budget of 30 million Canadian dollars to operate 21 locations in British Columbia and another 3 branches in Asia, with about 30% of its funding being raised privately, and says a lot of the money is being raised by established immigrants who are looking to give back and help others who have come after them.
I think it's very important that immigrants, after they got service from here, they also help their counterparts, other new immigrants coming here. And that's why we have programs, we train the trainers, we also have host program, host mentoring program. And so all these immigrants receiving our service, and then they help others as well.
Sharpan and Sadod and Baidia originally came from Shenzhen and Nepal, respectively. Both came to S.U.C.C.E.S.S to train to be settlement officers when they first immigrated to seek assistance about getting established in Canada.
It's very good for the newcomer to access to all the community resources. They know where you can get, for example, your application done, medical, and what community resources are around that area, so they can give you a quick brief idea.
So if you go to this kind of organization, they will guide them. Of course, this organization, they don't give you a job, but they will just guide you what direction you should go.
In addition to helping people find housing and employment and getting new immigrants familiar with the Canadian system, S.U.C.C.E.S.S also operates a Chinese hotline, both in Mandarin and Cantonese, to provide emotional support for the newcomers. Mary Kim, a senior manager of family and youth services at S.U.C.C.E.S.S, explains some of the issues the new arrivals face.
First of all, they are very lonely. They're isolated. They are very small families that they have to strike just to survive in this new country. But they have at the same time to look into the settlement issues, the child schooling issues, and then back to the relationship issues. So that it is a big challenge for them.
To make the transition as easy as possible for the new arrivals, S.U.C.C.E.S.S also operates 3 Asian branches in Shanghai, Seoul, and Taipei. Eliza Chan, who works as the program director in settlement services for S.U.C.C.E.S.S, says the agency will meet the newcomers directly at the airport through its support arm, CAN.
CAN stands for the Community Airport Newcomers Network. This network helps the new immigrants, newly arrived, when they arrived international airport in Vancouver, then we will receive them. We provide information and orientation to help them go through the process before they actually see the immigrant officer. And we provide also introduction to the social service in Canada. So this is their very first service linking when they land. Well, this pre-introduction is very important because once they're here, they're too overwhelmed with all the new things. And we provide them the peace of mind, letting them know they are welcomed. So when they actually see an officer, they understand the procedures and not be too shocked, because language may be a barrier, and also the question they ask, they would never ask before.